Have you ever wondered why successful people talk so much about sleep? Yes, actually. I used to think success was all about working longer hours. I thought the same thing for a long time. But now you think differently? Definitely. I've realized that sleep is one of the most important factors for success. Really. How can sleeping help someone become successful? Because sleep affects almost everything: focus, memory, energy, decision-making, and even creativity. That's interesting. Think about it. If you're tired, it's much harder to do your best work. That's true. Whenever I don't sleep well, I feel exhausted the next day. Exactly. Lack of sleep can reduce productivity significantly. I used to stay up late studying before exams. Many students do that. I thought it would help me perform better. Did it? Not really. I often forgot things during the exam. That's because sleep helps the brain organize and store information. So sleeping is actually part of studying? Absolutely. I never thought about it that way. Scientists often say that learning and sleep work together. That's fascinating. Do successful people really prioritize sleep? Many of them do. I always hear stories about people sleeping only 4 hours a night. Some people may do that, but it's usually not sustainable. What do you mean? A person might work longer hours for a short period, but eventually lack of sleep catches up with them. How? They become tired, stressed, less focused, and more likely to make mistakes. That makes sense. Quality sleep helps us perform at our highest level. How many hours should a person sleep? Most adults need around 7 to 9 hours per night. I usually get about 6 hours. How do you feel during the day? Honestly, I often feel tired in the afternoon. That could be a sign that you need more sleep. Maybe you're right. What benefits have you noticed from sleeping well? I have more energy, better concentration, and a better mood. Those are great benefits. I've also noticed that I make better decisions. Sleep affects decision-making too. Absolutely. When we're tired, we tend to make impulsive choices. I can relate to that. Sleep also improves problem-solving abilities. Really? Yes. Sometimes, after a good night's sleep, solutions seem much clearer. I've experienced that before. See? Your brain continues processing information while you sleep. That's amazing. Another thing I've noticed is that sleep affects motivation. How so? When I'm tired, I don't feel like exercising, reading, or working on my goals. That's true for me too, but after a good night's sleep, everything feels easier. Exactly. Do you have a bedtime routine? Yes, I do. What does it include? I avoid screens before bed, read a book, and try to sleep at the same time every night. That sounds healthy. It helps me sleep better. I usually scroll through social media before bed. Many people do. Is that a bad habit? It can be. Why? The blue light from screens can make it harder to fall asleep. I didn't know that. That's why many experts recommend limiting screen time before bed. I'll have to try that. Do you think sleep is more important than working extra hours? In many cases, yes. Really? A well-rested person can often accomplish more in 6 productive hours than a tired person can in 10. That's a powerful idea. Success isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter. Exactly. And sleep helps us work smarter. I like that perspective. Do athletes pay attention to sleep? Very much. Why? Because recovery is essential for performance. So sleep helps the body recover. Yes, and it helps the mind recover too. That explains why professional athletes often have strict sleep schedules. Exactly. What about business leaders? Many successful entrepreneurs also prioritize sleep. I didn't expect that. They understand that clear thinking is one of their most valuable assets. That makes sense. Poor decisions can be very costly. Exactly. Sleep protects our ability to think clearly. I never realized sleep was connected to success in so many ways. Most people underestimate its importance. I definitely did. What's the biggest mistake people make regarding sleep? They treat it as optional. That's true. People often sacrifice sleep to watch videos, play games, or keep working. And then they feel exhausted the next day. Exactly. It's like borrowing energy from tomorrow. I like that comparison. Eventually, the debt becomes difficult to repay. So sleep should be viewed as an investment. Absolutely. An investment in health, productivity, and success. That's a great way to think about it. What would you say to someone who wants to become more successful? I'd tell them to start by improving their sleep habits. Before learning new skills, yes, because without enough energy and focus, it's harder to learn anything. That's a very good point. Success begins with Taki.